Austin, we've got a lot to catch up on, including your smash Hot and Mysterious with Kah-Lo, your tour, your Coachella appearance, and getting to know you a little better. Austin Millz, welcome to America's Dance 30.
Thanks for having me, man.
We were just talking about how crazy Miami Music Week is because, I've known your name forever, but we had never gotten the chance to meet or chat before. Now, this is the second time we're talking in like a month.
I know, like 2-3 weeks, right? Look at that.
Yeah. Congratulations on a Hot and Mysterious going #1. That is so incredible for you and Kah-Lo.
So unexpected. This is my first record to get the charts like this, and to see the people receiving it and being receptive is a beautiful feeling. And yeah, I love it. It's great, man.
That is so incredible. I can't wait to talk about how this smash was born with Kah-Lo. Yeah. But first, since this is your first time on America's Dance 30, let's get to know Austin Millz a little better with Finky's Firsts.
Good.
So I read that you found your love for music in high school. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Now, I love finding out the origin story of artists. Was music the first thing you wanted to get into, or was there something else you wanted to be when you were growing up?
I think music for me was a hobby. Growing up in New York, I would see it around. I would hear it around. It would be everywhere. Everyone, New York, there's just so much swag. It's just like you hear the music in the street. So music to me was just another part of life. It was a part, everyone had it. Like growing up, my family was just like a thing. The same way you watch TV, music is like another compartment. So for me, I don't think for me, I wanted to be a musician or anything in music. It was just like a hobby. I wanted to be a lawyer, actually. I wanted to be an entertainment lawyer. I like law and I like journalism. So I thought I was going to maybe be like, a broadcast journalist. And then, music it fell in my lap, honestly.
Well, I knew I liked you for a reason because I actually wanted to be a lawyer growing up as well. But then I met somebody in radio and that dream went out the window.
Yeah.
So do you deal with your own contracts?
No, honestly, I don't. I have a great team to do that, so I don't got to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it's probably better that way.
Yeah.
Now, Austin Millz is, of course, a take on your real name, but when you were trying to decide on an artist project name, was Austin Millz your first choice, or were there other names you were considering?
So funny. When I was a producer in my early days, my name was Young Don. I couldn't figure out anything else. Let's go Young Don Productions. But no, Austin Millz just came natural. When I was in college, I forgot how I really got the name. People just call me like A Mills. So I thought Austin Millz it feels natural. So it's a play on my last name. So everything worked out that way.
Well, I'm glad it did because it's a great name. Now, you've got your Radiance tour going on right now. You've got your Coachella performance. Do you remember the first time performing for a crowd?
Absolutely. My first show was a Red Bull freestyle DJ competition semifinals. Yeah. Don't ask me how that happened, but it did. My friend worked at Red Bull. He kind of like, hey, bro, we need another person to enter this contest. You DJ, right? At that time, I didn't DJ. I was making beats and I was performing live with my MPC. So I was like making beats at like rap showcases and stuff. So I guess you can call that some type of DJing, but it wasn't like scratching or turntablism. So I had to learn how to do all this stuff in 2 weeks for the Red Bull competition. And I performed. I did it. Don't ask me how I did or where I ended up. But I did it. And after that show was over, I figured, you know what? I'm going to make it my mission to really learn how to do the craft, respect the craft, learn all about the craft, study the craft. And from that day forward, I was like, I'm doing this.
And of course, those competitions are next level. Like I've seen Craze in there and he is insane.
Yeah, it's next level.
Did you have to go up against Craze?
No, I'm trying to think who was in New York. I don't remember who ended up winning. But yeah, it was one of those ones.
Well, speaking of your Coachella performance, when was the first time you found out you were going to be performing at Coachella?
It was actually last year. I forgot what date it was. I think I wouldn't say even November, October, but my manager FaceTimed me. She was like, "Are you having a good day?" I'm like, "It's been a pretty chill day." She's, "Well, I have some news for you." And then she told me that flung the phone across the room. I couldn't believe it. I was froze for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I saw your post about that being on your bucket list, which is so incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Leading
Thank
up to it, of course, we're talking before your performance. Do you have to prepare differently for such an epic performance like that?
I mean, if you look, I'm in my studio room right now. I got my CDJs are there. I've been prepping for weeks. I got some surprise guests in store. It's going to be fun, you know? I got 50 minutes. I'm trying to make the most out of the 50 minutes.
That is going to be incredible. Can't wait to see that. Well, congratulations again on it. Now, of course, you've had some amazing songs on the radio, but do you remember the first time actually hearing one of your songs on the radio?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I really don't remember. Growing up in New York, you know, we have those classic stations. And I feel like there was a time I produced a record for somebody and the song was on the radio. But in terms of my own original music, I don't even think I've experienced it. I've experienced it on satellite radio, but I haven't experienced it on the, what do you guys call it?
Terrestrial radio?
Yeah, I haven't experienced the moment yet in terrestrial radio. So if you guys keep running it up, maybe I can hear it in the next couple of weeks. But I haven't experienced any of my original music. I experienced it at restaurants, at different places, but I haven't experienced that radio yet. So that moment hasn't happened yet.
Well, first of all, I'm going to have to make some calls to my friends at KTU, and we're going to have to change that.
Well, I'm actually in LA. I'm in LA.
Oh, okay. So, then I'll make some calls to Kiss FM. Don't worry.
Please.
Now, what's it like hearing one of your songs when you're eating in a restaurant?
It's amazing. Like, I'll just be there if it's friends, whatever, and I'm like, hey, it's just like an amazing feeling. One time I was in 42nd Street, and I think it was around my birthday, and I was leaving H&M, and then my song came on H&M, and I had to walk back in the store and act like I was shopping. Yeah.
Are you the one to point it out first, or are your friends the ones to point it out?
If they're my real friend, they'll probably point it out first because they know my music. But if not, it's usually me.
That is hilarious. Now, speaking of music, do you remember the first dance song that made you fall in love with EDM?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know what? I don't really want to be like cliche or anything, but the sample Hot Mysterious is Power Joey's Hot Music. And I remember growing up, my parents used to play that song in the car, and I loved it. So I don't want to this is not planned or calculated or anything, but honestly, that song was like the first like classic New York house song that I like, really fell in love with. That, and there's a song called Follow Me, Alias. I don't know if I said the name right, but I love like that classic, like 80s, 90s, like that feel good, that house music. So I love like the 90s New York vibes. Like that's my thing, man.
Man, that's so awesome. That's actually 2 weeks in a row that 90s music is coming up. I was talking to Blondish last week, and she was talking about songs like Mr. Vane. I don't know if you remember that song.
Oh, that was just in my record box. I got a remix. I'm like, you know what? Would anybody even know this? Like that comes to my shows. Like, would they even know what this is? I remember even being in school, like hearing like Everybody Dance Now, CC Music Factory, like all those like songs in that era. I didn't even really know that was like dance music, because sometimes it would like those jock jams or like the way they were like positioned. It was just like pop music, but like not pop music.
Right.
But it's dance music.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like LaBouche too.
Yeah, the groove is in the heart.
Delight. Oh, my God. Anyways, we need to get... We're going to be spending all hour on this.
I love that stuff, honestly. I love it.
It was really a great era of music. Now, finally, in Finky's first, you post a lot of videos playing rooftops with your controller. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first time ever playing on a rooftop?
Yeah, I did it. It was actually... I did it kind of like the week before I moved out of New York. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go on the rooftop. I never seen anyone do it, but I was like, I just want to just make music outside. So I made a video on the rooftop, and it was actually raining. I had like my mom film it or something. Like it was crazy. So I did it, and it kind of took off. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just keep doing it. I moved to LA, and I just kept doing it, and it became my thing.
It's definitely cool vibes. Now, do you have monitors in, or are there speakers, or?
So if I'm using the machine, I plug it to the laptop, use the laptop speakers. If I'm using the MPC has battery charge and has speakers in the MPC.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk about your incredible smash, Hot and Mysterious with Kah-Lo. Yeah. How was this song born?
First of all, Kah-Lo is magnificent. She's amazing. You hear her voice, like it's so infectious. So we were in the studio. We had a session a couple months before that. We tried to cook something up. We did something, but I didn't feel like that was quite it. And then we got in the studio again a couple months later, and I made the beat on the spot in the studio. She cooked it up. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the one. Like, and then we were feeling it. But then I'm like, you know what? I want to do something different to it. I want to add a sample to it. So then I switched up the beat, and then the beat is what it is right now. And then it just felt so good, came together. And yeah, I love it, man. I'm so happy about that song. And she's amazing. You know, from London to Harlem, we did it, you know. Like, we just made it happen.
Yeah, I told you in Miami that I agree with you. She is incredible. And I told you in Miami that that song needs to be used for a sync. I mean, it's perfect for syncs.
I mean, Hot Mysterious, acronym H&M. H&M needs to hit me up.
Exactly.
Let's make it the theme song. When you're at H&M, you want to be hot and mysterious. Like, it just makes sense.
And you shouted them out earlier. Now, are we ever going to see the light of day of the first song that you worked with Kah-Lo?
We could. Like, I might play it at some shows. It's a vibe for sure. It's definitely a vibe. So you never know.
Well, back to Hot and Mysterious. How long ago did you guys start working on it?
I think we cut the vocals in the winter of 2023. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Is it tough to sit on a song for that long?
It's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, I bet. Now, something I love to find out about songs is how many different V's there are from when you start working on.
My face, like...
I love it. That's pretty much everybody's reaction.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the final V was of Hot and Mysterious?
Could have been like V7, V8.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. It's not too bad.
Now, with your
but
song...
I'm like, sometimes there's definitely more exports. So I'm just saying like V in terms of like, all right, this is the V that we can like send to the label. There's definitely more Vs though.
Now with Austin Millz songs, is there a lot of tweaking that goes on from when you start working on it?
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. But my song Need I Say More that I did with Jazzy before Hot Mysterious, that was like, we did it and it was probably like 1.5 Vs. It wasn't that many Vs, but there's other songs that there's a lot of Vs. And I'm a perfectionist, so I like, you know, finding the perfect balance of when it's ready to go.
It's annoying, isn't it? Because I'm the same way.
Yeah, kind of.
Like there's probably going to be 12 versions of this bounce down video by the time I'm done with it.
Yeah.
So annoying. Well, congratulations on Hot and Mysterious with Kah-Lo going #1.
Thank you. Like, thank you for playing it. Thanks for like running it up. Like, thanks for all the support. It means a lot. I see the tweets too. I see everything.
Absolutely. Well, what's next for Austin Millz?
I'll be in Ibiza with Kygo.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know. I probably shouldn't ask this, but is this going to be your first show in Ibiza or have you played there before?
First show ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of firsts for you in 2025.
Definitely.
This is the year of Austin Millz. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, support means everything. Let's get this. Let's keep running the numbers up. Man. Let's be hot and let's be mysterious.
Austin Millz, thank you so much for your time with us on America's Dance 30.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Peace.